We miss a segment, it's gonna be over. Yo. Welcome to the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. I be Penn.
I'm here.
We're just starting the show with one. Feel you. What's going on, y'all? Happy Tuesday, November 1st. Holy wow.
How was trick-or-treating?
Oh, that's a very good question. All them people out there with little-ass kids that they had to take dressed up as Superman.
I trick-or-treated until I was 18.
All the little Caucasian kids dressed up as Black Panther and stuff.
Oh, man. You think about where I was, at least, at the time, because you were out in college at the time, but...
You used to get that real shit, huh?
We were like in Muirfield, man. Like, shoot, go to the estates, they'd hand out either money or king-size candy bars. Like, look, we forgot to buy candy. Here's a 20. Right? Like, bet. I'll go buy my own.
I don't like that shit y'all give us. No way.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So, yeah, how was trick-or-treating out there, y'all? That's good. People don't come through y'all's hood, right? They don't come through and knock.
Well, here's the thing. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I got a little riled up about it last night.
Ooh.
If you're not participating as a household...
Turn off your light.
Turn off your light. Thank you.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Thank you. Turn off the light, light a candle. So, turn them off. Kings of Comedy.
You know.
Yeah. Get Lisa, get the kids.
Turn them off.
So, we're cleaning up after dinner, okay? Mm-hmm. And the doorbell rang.
Lights off.
Lights off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Lights off. Mm-mm. Doorbell rang. Didn't respond. Knock, knock, knock. Didn't respond. Knock, knock, knock again.
Doorbell off.
Light off, you mean?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry, light off.
Yeah, light off. I opened the door, and it was two little girls. They were so cute in a little witch's costume. And their parents were kind of standing...
Bitches costume.
What?
Little bitches costume.
Sure. But then their parents were standing down behind them, obviously encouraging this, right? So I open them like, hey, guys.
We're not participating.
Trick-or-treating. I go, no. We don't have anything, hence why the light's off. And I just slowly close the door.
I was wondering what tonight's blooper clip was going to be. I'm so happy that Pops is not going to make me dig for an hour and a half to find the one for tonight. Coming right out hot.
Y'all grown, y'all trick-or-treated. If the light's off, you keep moving.
You keep it moving.
Yeah.
You keep it moving. We'll talk about a lot of people who kept it moving. As a matter of fact, that's a good segue for later in the show. A lot of motherfuckers kept it moving. Hines himself kept it moving. But yeah, y'all, welcome to the show, man. What a crazy freaking day in sports. And I think I might actually name this episode What a Day, parenthesis, in sports. Because today has been one.
We're already in November and shit.
Bro, we're in November. This is almost our 20th episode. We're on episode 17 of this damn thing. Which actually, let me ask you a question, bro.
Yeah.
It's a two-parter, but because this is your brainchild and shit. So how did you see the 317 Sports Project going, not even a year in from a reception standpoint? Did you have goals, or did you see a certain amount of views per show? And how is it going through your perspective lens? Because this is your baby.
That's a good question.
We just here.
Honestly, I'll say this. This started, I've been a part of a few podcasts now. So this is I've been a part of 4, including the mental health one and this one, and then 2 other ones besides
What's the mental health podcast called? Please let them know what's going on.
Yeah. Mindful, A Journey to Mental Wellness.
For sure.
Check it out.
Yeah, you got to find that.
Episode 1. Episode 2 is coming next week.
Mindful, A Journey to Mental Wellness.
Yeah,
it's
check
fire.
it out.
You got to plug that.
Appreciate that. No, so the first sports one I was a part of, I wasn't the creative brain, so I had big ideas that I felt like I couldn't implement because it wasn't mine.
No doubt.
I was a co-host and really got to be kind of part of the ride. So...
Which is cool.
Which is fine. It was a fun podcast, and so I really wanted to create something that would be allowed to grow. When you have something that not only can it grow, but for some reason it could technically grow even on its own if it got big enough, right? That's the point of any kind of business. So being a business brain, if I ever wanted to be behind the scenes and we had a staff, we had this, I think this is one of those things that has that potential to do so.
Wow.
You get it out. Wow. You've created a business model. it can be that if you want it to be. So I don't have like a by this time.
Mm-hmm.
This is a simply selfish, I want to talk about sports and do it in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wants to listen to me, feel free to come on and listen.
Word up.
The reason I grabbed you because your marketing brain is better than anybody that I know.
I appreciate you.
So I feel like that's the easiest partnership. Like, and we're fucking hilarious together. So I feel like that's a no-brainer. Like,
Touche.
We're pretty damn funny.
So how you feel about it so far?
No, I love it.
Almost a year in.
Yeah, almost a year in. 17th episode going on 20, coming up here soon. I love it. I think it still has potential, and I think that's the thing that you look for in life is that you should never not have potential in what you're doing. Because that means it has the room to grow.
No doubt. Zach Siddons always tells me to make sure I have something to look forward to, and he calls it a brightness of future.
Yeah.
Because if you always got something to look forward to, then, you can obviously...
Turn myself down. I was a little loud there.
You got excited. I love that. So,
I was a little
man,
loud.
That's what's up. That's good to know. So
yeah. But here we are.
That's what's up. Episode 17. Check-ins. How you feeling, man? Where you at?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I had an upper respiratory infection last week, so if I sound nasally and congested, that's the remnants of all that. I just went back to work for the first time yesterday and probably shouldn't have, but I'm needed. So I'm tired. My body's tired because it's been fighting for almost a week.
No doubt.
So I've got that stuff.
I'm happy.
I'll have to probably cough here and there during the episode. So if you have a problem with that, you can go fuck yourself. It doesn't matter. So
that's for him from me. I dare you to say something about my brother coughing.
Something about me coughing.
He's here. I dare you.
Yeah.
That's how we get down. We go together. I wish you would.
But nah, I'm just fucking with y'all.
Don't go fuck yourselves.
Don't go fuck yourselves. Don't do that. Unless you enjoy it. I mean, if you enjoy that.
If you'd rather do that,
if some people want to fuck themselves, I get it.
Who are we to tell you?
You're a grown person. Like, if you want to fuck yourself, do it. Cool. So, but yeah, that's what I got going on.
That's what's up. That's a horrible way for me to segue to how I'm feeling, so I might as well I kind of want to skip it, but I'm tired, bro.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, emotionally tired with the podcast and clean kicks and traveling back and forth to Indy, personal training, Monday mayhem, being a dad, husband, me time. Like, I'm pretty energied out, pretty peopled out right now.
So we did a check-in, and it had been a few days since we talked, and we did a check-in with each other coming up to this episode, and I did the same with Mom too because I hadn't talked to Mom in a while. Like, you could tell everybody was just kind of tired.
Bro.
And so,
because when we talk, it's like a talk.
Yeah.
So the energy that it takes to have
it's
that
a
talk.
I didn't even have it. I didn't have it with about anybody. And
peopled out.
And so, and we talked about what was so funny. It was like, I've been super emotional because I've been sick. It was like,
oh, you gonna put us out there like that?
Hey,
it's true.
I'm just saying. I said you can say whatever you want to say about stuff. True. But what was so funny is that
it's been a lot of crying going on.
A lot of stuff going on. And we're just mentally exhausted. And one of my new coworkers was back there, and she was hearing what I was saying. She came back to the break room, and she heard me go, like, I've just been so tired. Like, I've been super sensitive. And she looks at me and she goes, you know what? Me too. I don't know if it's fall time or if it's November. And I'm like, she almost started crying. Then I was like, almost going to start crying on the phone with you. And I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Too much. It's too much, yo. It's a lot of emotions
going on.
It's a lot of emotions going on, for sure. But I'm really happy to be here. This is like, as tired as I am, I always got the energy for this. This is so fun to me. Thank you again for allowing me to be part of this dope-ass project. Let's get into the show summary, my ninja.
Yeah.
Yo, like I said before.
A lot of fucking shit going on.
I'm
going to cuss a lot today because I don't feel well. Just, you're going to see, like, not grumpy, but, like, grumpy pops today.
You're gonna see pops. You're gonna see pops. You're gonna
like,
see old man.
Old man. That's what you're gonna see. Yeah.
Just get off my fucking lawn.
Yeah. Like, I know there's a couple of you that like.
I wish you wouldn't cuss. Well, you watch.
Don't watch this
episode.
Yeah, because I'll probably be cussing a little bit today.
Show summary. It's been a huge day in sports.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
College football rankings dropped. NFL trade deadline. The World Series is on tonight, tied 1-1 and postponed last night. The Los Angeles Lakers, we got to just mention them. Like, they're 1-5. You saw Darvin Ham getting champagne bottles poured on him. Like, they won the ring after his first win.
Also, the knot on his forehead. Is that like actual bone? Like that big thing on there? Is that like just built into him now?
I'm not doing that with you.
All right, sorry.
I'm not doing that with you.
I don't know what it is. I just wondered.
I'm not doing that with you. So stupid.
My bad. That's my bad.
Around the world, we'll get into the college football rankings, some Heisman hopefuls, the National Football League. I have a very interesting take and a few questions on the NFL, and I'm kind of excited to see what you think because I have a very interesting take on the league. We'll talk about all of the NFL trades, and then I have a segment on the corner, the PJ Tucker, based around Matt Ryan and his ultimate professionalism because that dude has been top notch.
Yep.
Shoutouts. Yo, I have absolutely no idea, and I say I meaning we, but I'd be the one to be typing most of the time, so I have no idea where all of this. Was that a fart?
No.
Oh, I was about to say that was
so
quality.
the other thing
face maker
is I
right
slept
there.
on my neck wrong, and I can't turn to the right.
He's very old today, y'all.
He's
very old today. I'm loving everything about this. That's why he gets the name Pops, because he's an old ass man. So we just he's, in a young man's body.
The youngest old man
the youngest old man you'll ever see. But I have no idea what the heck is going on. But our Twitter numbers continue to climb, and we're thankful as fuzz. Over the last 2 weeks, we've got 60 plus. Big ups to the homie D. Miller, who I finally had the pleasure of meeting over the weekend. Big ups to Coach Caveman, Rick, who I also had the pleasure of meeting over the weekend. Great pictures, hilarious dude, great guy. Always dope to see Gigi and Indy. Missed you, Mama Raybrook, obviously, but I don't know, man. It's just been dope. Twitter is definitely our mainstay as it pertains to, like, the homies and the cliques and networks and growing this podcast the way we are. All the other social media platforms are kind of just, what they are, but Twitter is definitely where it's at for us.
And
so
I'll do a shout out to,
I'm
sorry, I'm bad with names. Joey.
Oh, Joey, man, for Joey sure, all day. Give that shout out.
Yeah, he actually texted me, one of the few people that have my number or have our information, which will probably stay that way for a while. Just so y'all know. I'm not just giving out our stuff.
There's levels.
Yeah, there's stuff.
There's levels.
So he actually reached out and just noticed that I wasn't as involved into like the Twitter chain and stuff like that because I honestly had a lot going on with Sick and Home and other podcasts. That alone is just awesome to me that somebody just like, you good. And that just kind of that's our family. So thank you to you. I really appreciate that because those little things are exactly why I wanted to do stuff like this. And we've created this friendship and family through a lot of people. And that to me is more important than any of the stuff that we're talking about because hopefully it was just bringing people together with one common interest, which was sports. So
Ninja.
So that's really, really awesome.
Within that shout out, and I'm not going to put nobody's name on blast, but I want to give you some love for someone sending you a message that noticed that you were a Colts fan and part of the podcast and a self-love coach.
Yeah.
And he reached out to you because he's been battling some personal stuff and he wanted to ask you some questions on how you deal with stuff and ask like, yo, man, that's freaking dope right there.
That's cool.
That's crazy dope right there.
Yeah, that's really cool. And that actually created a really good bond between someone and myself. And you know who you are. Like, I'll never put that out for that when it comes to that type of stuff. So you know who you are. You've got my DMs. I'm sure we'll exchange numbers because that is something that you'll have my information for if you ever want to reach out and just talk. So I am that. I'm a self-love coach. If anybody actually has mental health questions, which is why I have that other podcast, please feel free to reach out. Like, that's what I'm here for. So
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And your humility is a little bit too much because that shit is fire.
Yeah.
But lastly, big ups to Coach Tom Hankins, head coach of the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. I hit him up and sent him a message. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I hit. Did we mention it last time?
We didn't mention it last time. We talked about it.
Okay, so I didn't mention it last time.
Yeah.
So hit him up. Was like, hey, bro, we kind of want to pull up on you and come check out the scene, come check out the vibe, hang out with you for a little bit. And he responded back right away and was like, Penn and Pops, we'd love to have you. Let us know when you want to come.
Yeah.
We'll take care of it. So let's check that schedule and figure that out because that'll be pretty dope.
Yeah, that's kind of when we kind of go back to what I envisioned. It's this type of stuff, like, right? We want to be a media presence for you guys, the real type of media presence that we will keep it real, we'll keep it fun. If us having some access to things will gain you some access to things, that's the point of this. So if that grows to that, awesome. And this stuff like this, these are the steps in that direction. So it's Fort Wayne Mad Ants. They're a fun squad to watch, and they've got a good coaching staff. Can't wait to actually do this whenever we decide to do it.
Word up. Big ups to you, Coach. You want to go to Around the World, or you want to take a quick break and come back? What you want to do? Where you at?
Let's do a little breaky break.
All right. We're having a great time with y'all so far. We'll be back with Grumpy Pops and myself.
Woo!
The 317 Sports Project, baby. We'll be right back.
Brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome
Cut
back.
and print.
Cut and what? Who? That's how you. Yep. See, welcome back to the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. I'm not even gonna give you what we're brought by because we'll give you that later. Blah 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 blah. But welcome back. Yo, we're about to hit up Around the World, our next segment, second segment of the night. And I just want to say.
Yeah.
You good? You all right?
Yeah.
You in there? Word. Big ups to all the assholes out there who are currently keeping their secrets private, giving us no reason to discuss assholes in action this week because we have...
Good for you for keeping them under wraps.
You know what I'm saying?
You got them. Everybody's got them.
Say, we know you'll be back around the world soon, but episode 17 is actually free of any jerk face segments during Around the World. So we're thankful for you for giving us a break for a couple of weeks until the next asshole does something stupid. But from the corner shot, college football rankings, my ninja. It just officially dropped, and kudos to you and I for accidentally waiting until today for the trade deadline, all this stuff, because yesterday's episode would have been a freaking disaster and uninformed.
Like we pushed it back solely because I wasn't feeling well, and then I was like, then we started looking at stuff. I'm like, oh, trade deadline's Tuesday. Oh, I was like, we should. And then you start getting all the tweets and the response. I'm like, oh, good thing we're not recording.
We should wait till tomorrow because if we
so
recorded yesterday, y'all wouldn't even watch the episode. Like y'all late. So, man, college football, Week 9, power rankings. The college playoff rankings dropped officially about an hour and some change ago. What you think about that, bro? You want to read the top 6 and tell me what you think?
Top 6. So we've got the TCU Horned Frizzogs at 8-0. Mm-hmm. We've got Clemson Tigers at 5. Mm-hmm. No, this is not right.
This is not right.
That's not right.
That's not right.
That's not right. We've got TCU at 6, right?
Yep.
Did they get 6?
Michigan at
5.
Alabama
got 6.
Alabama's.
Fuck. Wow, this is horrible.
My phone. There it is, right there in front of your face.
I was on the wrong page.
It's okay.
I was on the AP stuff. Alabama got 6.
Yep.
TCU got 7, so apologize.
Yep.
Alabama got 6. Michigan dropped down from 4 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia dropped down from 1 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson at 4. OSU at 2. Tennessee at 1.
What you think about that? What did you have before you saw that? What you think it would have been?
Yeah, I had Tennessee, Georgia, OSU, Michigan, Bama, Clemson.
Was that your order? As a matter of fact,
that was my
1 through 6 for you?
That was my 1 through 6.
Snarf. I didn't do 6. I just did. I guess I did. Yes, I did. I had Tennessee, Georgia, OSU, Michigan, TCU, and Clemson, but I didn't have any specific order.
You had Bama and you had them switched. Well, I guess I had Bama before Clemson.
I had Bama because they had one loss. And that Alabama-Texas game was 2019. That's a little bit too close to comfort for me. So it's hard for me to put them up against the TCU, and I'll explain my logic on that in a little bit. But, I mean, like you said earlier, but offline, this is the first week. There's so much other stuff that has to happen. So many teams have to play still in that top 6, each other even. So, So
that's why I said, for Michigan, being a Michigan fan, I'm not too heartbroken that in the first ranking show they go from 4 to 5, because a lot of people question their schedule. A lot of people have questioned OSU's schedule with strength of schedule.
Deservingly
But our
so.
non-conference schedule, because the canceled game with USC we didn't end up getting to play that game, really hurt us. Sorry, there's one.
There's one.
And so,
Say something.
yeah, say something about me being sick.
Say something.
So I'm not too mad about that because, again, we haven't played our toughest game. Now, we beat our rival in Michigan State. I'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Literally.
Yeah. We beat our rival in Michigan State. And the other biggest game that we're going to have is going to be versus OSU because both teams will be undefeated going into that game. So they don't play anybody. So the Big Ten kind of sucks right now.
I don't disconcur.
So where it used to be like you could just worry about your conference games and that's all. Now we have to kind of have some more strong out of conference games because Michigan State's down, Wisconsin's down, Indiana's Indiana, Penn State never wins big games.
No.
It just doesn't happen for them.
They stay in them through the first half, but you know what it is.
Yeah,
they don't make adjustments
so
well.
for OSU and for Michigan, it's like us playing each other that's the game.
It's so bad.
You can go like this real quick. Got a little something. There you go. You got it. You got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so bad. It drives me absolutely insane. It bores the hell out of me, quite truthfully.
Correct.
But what do you think of the overall college football season so far? Not Big Ten, just like what do you think of the season?
It's been amazing to me. I feel like there's a little change of guard in some of the teams that are kind of being mentioned right now that have possibility. Now, again, you have your regulars, your Bamas, your Georgia, OSU is going to be up there, but like I love seeing Tennessee up here, right?
Is that okay?
Is that enough to say change of guard? Is that what you're going to ask?
Is that enough to say change of guard?
I'm seeing different names I haven't seen in a while.
But are you? If you look at the top 10, 8 of the 10 of them are pretty much 8 of the 10 of them. Not dissing what you're stating, but like at the end of the day, it seems to be, kind of what it is. And I wonder because I even put in my notes the transfer portals have opened up and leveled out a lot of the playing field, but like, has it?
I like seeing Tennessee up there.
Oh, I love seeing Tennessee up there.
That's really about it.
Okay, I love seeing Tennessee up there. I agree with that
And
statement.
honestly, I think I'm saying it because, like, I don't have that where you kind of see some names up there, but then, like, the college football playoff, you're like, well, Bama or this is going to win. Like, Tennessee's
no
like,
doubt.
they can actually win
whatever 4 teams go to the college football playoffs this year, all no doubt about it can win a national championship.
Correct.
There is not one team that is like the best team in the country.
And then it's just getting through
fall
the
off.
thing.
Yeah.
I think that maybe is what I'm seeing or feeling. It's like, okay, it's not just Tennessee's ranked right now, but they'd be shit against Alabama or like they beat Alabama. They'd be shit against Georgia. They play Georgia this weekend. That's gonna be a huge game.
We gonna learn today, Keisha.
Right.
We gonna learn today.
I think,
the best thing about a game like that is it's an SEC game, but it's not an SEC conference. Are they both in the West? Are they both in the East?
I don't know.
I think they're in the West, and Georgia is in the East. So I think they would play each other in the SEC championship if it were to go down. So they could play each other twice. I think. I'm not 100% positive on that, but. Let's talk about some surprise teams. You gonna look that up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's talk about some surprise teams. Like, big ups to the Illinois Fighting Illini, bro. Them fools have to be possible. Brett B has to be a Coach of the Year candidate. If not the Coach of the Year, they're what, 7-1? I think they've lost 1 game. It's crazy. TCU 8-0.
They're both in the East.
They're both in the East. Okay,
Yes.
There you go. They had that. Well, that game is mad pivotal.
That's
This
huge.
set. Holy guacamole. But Tennessee could play Georgia twice, could play Alabama twice then.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
TCU could play Alabama twice. I'm sorry, not TCU. Tennessee.
I knew what
Tennessee.
you meant. I knew what you meant.
Tennessee.
Yes.
I'm over here looking at TCU. Tennessee could play Alabama twice if it all goes down that way.
Correct.
The TCU Horned Frogs. This is what I said I was going to talk about them a little bit later. They have beat 4 top 25 teams in a row before going to West Virginia and beating them on the road. They beat 18 Oklahoma, 19 Kansas, number 8 Oklahoma State, and number 17, Kansas State. I don't know if they're that ranked now or they were that ranked at the time, but with that said, they beat 4 top 25 teams in a row.
Yeah, TCU's tough.
To me, they've got to be in the top 4.
Yeah.
Alabama strength of schedule, Ohio State strength of schedule, like it's not even close to the level of competition. UNC Tar Heels, them fools are 7-1, 0 wins versus ranked teams. You can only play who's on your schedule. Their sole loss was to Notre Dame, who, to give them credit, is getting better. Notre Dame's getting better.
They're finally turning around. That was kind of our team that we wanted to be proud of because of the coach.
Right.
Like, they're finally kind of buying into the culture.
Ooh, I see. I see what you're doing there.
Right?
Yeah, UNC was 6-7 last year, so to see them be 7-1 already, like, big ups to them. Heisman hopefuls. What you think, bro? Who you got?
So our top 4 right now, we have CJ Stroud, 2,377 passing yards, not routes. I don't even know what a route is.
What is a route? It's not quite a road. It's not quite a yard.
And not aroused.
It is not. Go fuck yourselves.
He has that on 71.3% completion rate. 29 TDs, 4 interceptions.
Not titties. We're having a great time
4
tonight.
interceptions, and his QBR is 93.1.
Yeah, it's great.
How do you like your quarterback? How do you feel about him this season?
Yeah, I don't want to be asked this question on camera. I like CJ Stroud. I genuinely like CJ Stroud. I guess my question for you in return is, besides Justin Fields, who we're still trying to figure out who's the last Ohio State quarterback that was a baller in the NFL.
That's how I feel about him as well. Baller in the NFL. Shit.
Who's the last Ohio State quarterback who went to the league and was fire? Like Joe Burrow, who went to Ohio State but really went to LSU. Thank you.
I mean, because
Nope, him either.
Braxton ended up being a wide receiver. Yeah, you got nothing.
You know what I'm saying? So I've got some concerns. Like I question their level of competition all the time. Like, you always have the best weapons at wide receiver and running back. You're like 11 of your 12 games a year, you are 100% better than the other team. And my question is, like, what happens versus a Tennessee, a team who can score just as many points as you? I said to you offline, someone like TCU, like they're gonna run a hurry up offense. Like, I've got questions about everything quarterback-wise Ohio State does, because they'll be phenomenal in college, but they never seem to pan out in the league. And this is a get you to the league type of thing we got going on at Ohio State.
Yeah.
That is our whole entire, what's the word I'm looking for? Program. That's the kind of program we are. We are built on come here and go to you're going to the league.
I mean, very Alabama blueprint.
100%.
Right? We're the Alabama of the Big Ten. Or we. Oh, she's
I appreciate
Alabama.
that. That was nice of you. That was good. That was good. I kept Freudian slip, baby.
Sorry, Mark.
Like that about you.
So that's the blueprint there. So, yeah, but
What do you think of CJ Stroud? You know, he's just
something a little soft, right? There's a little softness to CJ.
timidity, even like
Something.
Yeah.
Something like when I look into his eyes, I don't see like, oh shit, like he's about to go take over this game. He has that talent. Like, he has great talent, but like
he drops dimes.
But then you like, again, when I go next level quarterback, I agree with you. There's just something off, missing, that I'm not sure what it is.
Like, when we played Notre Dame, we beat Notre Dame, and that last drive we went on or whatever. Did we end up going on like a long ass drive at the end of the game? That was running the ball? We did that though. That was a run. That wasn't.
I believe so.
That wasn't him dropping back and dropping dimes. Like,
No.
if it's snowy and cold and we're on the road and the lights are on and Mayan Williams can't run and Henderson can't run, and you gotta go 87 yards with 2 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock to get us that win. I've yet to see him have to do that.
Yeah, and I think the biggest difference between programs like that and why quarterbacks will look good in programs like that, because they recruit the best players. So you've got 4 top 30 wide receivers in the draft.
And no defense has 4 of the best DBs to guard you, dog. Like,
and when you get to the next level,
everybody's
got
fire.
one good wide receiver and some good things.
Yep.
You have to throw to make everybody better.
For sure.
And that's the difference. It's not you have a Marvin Harrison and a Njigba and all of the other wide receivers.
Everybody Stover at tight end.
Like, you don't have all of those consistently in the NFL. So it's like, I think that's where you see the drop off is like, oh, you got to do some shit on your own. And that's where you don't see that.
Thank you.
Like, now you've got, what's his name on the Bears?
Justin Fields.
Like, they went out and just got him a receiver today.
Thank you.
Right? Like, he
Justin's
needed
actually probably going to be all right.
He's actually going to be all right.
He's going to be all right.
He's got that fire.
For sure. He actually does have that die line, for sure. Hooker.
Hendon Hooker, plus 200 as far as, I don't even remember what we said that is. Either way, he's in second. 2,338 passing yards, 70, same completion percentage. 21 TDs, though, 1 interception, which is crazy to me.
It's crazy.
91.2 QBR. I think he's my favorite player on the list right now. Okay. Because what CJ is missing to me, I see a lot in him.
Does that come with age?
A little bit. He played at Virginia Tech for 2 years prior to, and then now this is his senior year, right? Yeah. This is his 4th year. Yeah. It comes with that experience and that age, and you've been battle tested in the SEC for a while now. Sure. Like, that's what you're seeing with him. Like, he looks like he is ready to go do something on the next level.
I concur.
He's not going to go be a top 15 quarterback, but he's going to have a good career in the NFL. I can see if he gets in the right situation.
I agree.
So I think that's for him.
Word.
Caleb Williams, 2,000. That's USC. Mm-hmm. 2,382. Very similar stats here. Passing yards, only 64% completion. 24 touchdowns, 1 interception, 85.8 QBR. I'll be honest with you, haven't watched a lot of USC games.
I don't know nothing about the Pac-12. I don't really like.
What I hear about USC is what Keyshawn says on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
And he's a biased ass USC fan.
That's what I hear about USC.
It's like listening to Snoop Dogg talk about USC. Like,
right,
come on.
Yeah. He's a plus 1,200. Blake Corum coming into the 4th place voting right now, running back for Michigan. 1,078 yards on 179 attempts, 14 touchdowns, 6-yard average. Great patient runner. But again, this has become such a quarterback award that a running back being in the top 4, it's great. But
CJ Stroud was like given the Heisman Trophy at the beginning of the year. So it's like, it's yours to lose. It's not even like you got to go out and win it.
So the guy in 4th, like, you have 1,000, which is great for a season. That almost would have to be like 2,000. Like, you'd have to be breaking rushing records.
100%.
To actually be.
But you're also sharing the rock. It's like,
yeah, Edwards is running not just as well, but really well too. So it's like, you're not going to make it up there. You might not get, because I think I only invite the 3 people. You probably ain't going to be invited to the night.
Not even going. But big ups to 3 brothers getting the invite to New York, though.
Right.
Big ups to that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They said black dudes can be quarterback.
Yeah.
Shame on you. We good on that?
Yeah.
Cough it off. From the wing, NBA news update, my ninja. The Brooklyn Nets agree to part ways with head coach Steven Hall of Fame player Nash.
Good old Steve Nash.
I'm going to give you a little bit of stats right here. Yeah. 2 years as head coach, 92 and 62.597 percentage. Conference semis in his first year. They were actually one play away from going to the finals. That 3-point shot with KD. They were actually going to go to the finals. Eastern Conference anyway.
Yeah.
First round sweep last year. But Kyrie and KD, they wanted him. They actually requested him. And they have treated him like dog shit pretty much ever since. Kyrie coming out early and saying that they don't need a coach. And don't even get me started on that fool. I think Nash is tired. I think Nash actually probably low-key requested to be gone.
They said it was a mutual parting of ways.
Yep,
so
I think
he went and said, we should probably talk about me being coach. I'm cool if you don't want me. So,
because the players in the locker room don't want me.
It's one of those when you realize in a mature relationship, if y'all have like grown apart and you're like, look, I don't feel the same thing you're feeling. I feel like you're feeling the same way. If you're cool, like we can break up amicably and like high five and You go be successful over here. I'll try to go see what I can do. And that's what it feels like. You find that one more when it's like, it's not a hard breakup, but it's like, we both admit we're not good together anymore.
It's not a hard breakup, but is the breakup hard?
I was about to say something so horrible. Yeah.
So, yeah, man, Kyrie, KD didn't want him. Kyrie's absolutely crazy. But he's had Harden, he's had Kyrie, he's had KD, he's had Ben Simmons, just constant diva-ass drama.
That's an issue. That's a really big issue.
Right? It's a lot of divas going on there. And to be completely honest, I don't think he's been able to actually coach a complete real team. I don't think he actually had one opportunity to genuinely just coach. He could probably be a great coach somewhere else. I don't think he deserved the job either, to be completely fair. But
no, he should have ever actually had the opportunity to do this job.
Okay.
To me, as being a first-year coach,
to be real,
and hasn't really been when's the last time you had heard about Nash before he got a job? Like
kicking soccer balls.
Like it's not like he was part of a front office or like you see him on the sidelines
player
of all
development,
the games,
like,
or like you know what, I'm gonna be
chilling
out here like
how
on the
did they
sidelines.
You know, him
y'all
and
called Nash like you were a good point guard. I bet you could, because that's a floor general type job. You could coach. Like that's literally what I feel like happened because I couldn't think of anybody else at the time.
That's how they got Magic Johnson at the Lakers too. We saw how that coaching job turned out.
Not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
So yeah, it's a weird situation. You know, I feel bad for Nash in the only context of, I mean, last year you only had Kyrie for half of the games because of the whole COVID not vaccination thing.
Was that last year?
That was last season.
Was that last season?
Yeah.
Damn, that shit feels
So
horrible.
like KD, James trying to figure it out together, couldn't get the chemistry right. Then finally they stopped it and he could kind of then be a part of the playoffs. But at that point, you're not having any chemistry when you can only play half the games.
Facts.
It just isn't going to happen.
Facts.
So don't get me started on practice.
You want to talk about practice?
Practice. Not the game.
Not the game.
Not the game, but practice. Practice. Not the game. Not the one that I die for every day. But practice.
I put my blood, sweat, and tears for. We're going to talk about practice.
We're going to talk about practice.
We're going to talk about practice. If you know, you know. So I had in here, what do they do now? But breaking
We found it.
Breaking news.
They hired
Oh, man.
Ime Udoka.
Ooh, it's a tough sell for Big Papa over here, yo.
And I just have so many questions
Ask away, my ninja.
on, first of all, how quick it was. Like, obviously, that's who you had picked. You've been talking to him. That's like when you do break up with somebody and you're like, did you find somebody else?
It's not anybody else.
And then they're dating somebody a week later. You don't find somebody
had
that
them
fast.
before.
Statistically speaking,
They was on deck.
You knew who that was. Y'all were friends for a little while.
We've been there.
Like I was there in college.
I've
Get
been
me started
there.
on that.
I've definitely been there.
Girl broke up with me the day before classes started, and then said there was nobody else, but she had a foo the next week. We're currently recording. What can we do for you?
Who you talking to? With
the dog.
The dog. Oh, so yeah, man. Is that the only way you feel about that, or like?
No, it's not. I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I don't get the timing of it because, okay, yes, they had the year suspension.
Yep.
The Celtics announced he's suspended a year.
Yep.
While the NBA is going to kind of continue to do their little investigation of what's going on.
Yep.
So
The dog is eating, by the way. That's she's out there getting some water for all the dog lovers out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, live your life, bro.
So I think it's one of those things where I get confused on the look of the Nets through all of this situation, the drama with off-season and Kyrie and KD wanting to be traded, but basically you gave them the ultimatum of we're not going to do it, so play or just sit. We'll suspend you, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then you go and do something like this when you're like, okay, everyone saw that the Nash was not working out. We all knew that was probably going to be a change.
It was inevitable.
That was inevitable that
for
they're going to
sure.
choose to fire Nash before they got rid of KD or Kyrie.
Facts.
But you go then hire somebody that's under investigation of inappropriate conduct, where now it's coming out that he not only did he have a mutual relationship, or what's it called? That's not mutual. Consensual relationship with somebody else. He was also texting many of the other women on the Celtics staff.
Oh, that's real news?
That came out today as well.
Today?
Yeah. Yeah.
On the day he got hired?
Correct.
I can't even.
So, I'm sorry, Nets, but you probably should have waited.
Go lay down.
You probably should have waited just a little bit before you made the announcement.
Not on.
We don't need you don't need a head coach, right? You can do the interim coach
Jacques
thing.
Vaughn is fine.
Like, do that for a second. 6 months from now, you can go, hey, you know what? Maybe they finished the investigation. Maybe they were going to take the year suspension and just move on, and maybe that's what happened with that whole thing. But, like, you wait a few months before you go, let me go get this man that just got kicked out of his home because he's been stepping out on his family.
On Nia Long.
Nia Long.
We talk about Nia
Bird.
Long? I just want to say we're talking about Nia Long right here.
Yeah.
That's an absolute interesting take and a very good take, quite truthfully. Like, I never even thought of that side of it to be forthcoming. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you just gave
I just have questions.
You just gave him a grimy promotion, low key.
It's a weird promotion. It's bad timing.
It's a very, very weird promotion.
Amazing coach. Bad timing.
Say less, my G. I actually have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who is a more dysfunctional franchise in culture? The Brooklyn Nets or the Indianapolis Colts?
Nets. And I think now look, obviously Culture, and I've been speaking on for the Colts for a while. Posted my little What's Poppin' with Pops. Hopefully you like that.
Shit's fire.
But the Colts stuff to me is like normal type of like dysfunction you see in an NFL team. Like
losing NFL team.
Losing NFL team.
Yeah.
Like, the O-line's not blocking the same way it is. It's not stars that want to go because they don't like each other no more, or coaches being hired after they've been stepping out on their marriages. Like, it's not the same type of dysfunction to me. Like
anti-Semitic support
right,
via Twitter and posts.
Right.
Like,
it's a little like ours is a little watered down, and like the normal losing NFL team type stuff you hear all the time with other. And it's not like this is the type of dysfunction only going on with the Colts. This has happened in other areas too, other dysfunctional franchises as well. We're just Colts fans, so we get to see ours every day. So it's that normal. Oh, we probably need a new head coach. One of our coaches get fired today. That's the normal stuff that happens.
Fair.
Right?
Fair.
The other stuff's just so dramatic.
And constant.
They
always got something going on.
Has been going on for the last like 3-4 years.
They always got something going on in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You're right. Well done. Top of the key. The National Football League. That's what this is titled. Whitney, go lay down. That's what this is titled. And I got some genuine questions for you. Okay? So the NFL has been in the public spotlight continuously and for negative reasons for the last, I don't even know, however long. You got Tua's concussion. You got the preseason and the first 5 to 6 games. They've been atrocious. So many mediocre football teams. Mediocrity. So many teams full of mediocrity. That's hard to say.
Is that Tyson? And mediocrity.
Mediocre. 32 NFL teams, 19 have a losing record or worse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's just what I just looked at that today. You got Brian Flores suing the Miami Dolphins. Daniel Snyder, we've already been around.
I forgot about the Brian Flores
right?
thing.
Domestic abuse cases all over the place. Steroid use. Henry Ruggs, former Las Vegas receiver, literally killed someone driving his car. Constant CTE talk. You got Brett Favre. I know he doesn't play for him now, but he's still part of the Shield. Colin Kaepernick, how long ago does that feel like? It's getting blacklisted. And it's just been jacked up for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, and do you agree with that? I mean, right?
No, yeah.
Right? That's pretty legit.
Yeah. And I think now that we're in this type of realm, you notice more, you listen to more, and you're around stuff but I also haven't seen a list put together like that.
Right.
Right. And it's oh, that happened. Oh, okay, that happened. Now, when you see oh shit, yeah, a lot's been going on for the last little while. Yeah.
So are we wrong for supporting the Shield this much? And I actually considered that, this week and last week, thinking about just some of the disgust and stuff going on in this league. Are we wrong for spending so much time and energy supporting this shit right now?
No, I don't think you're wrong for supporting. I think it's what what it is. I think people use sports as a getaway of something to cheer for out of their own lives, and I think that's a big part of it. Like, it becomes that passion.
Fair.
But you shouldn't be surprised when people with this amount of money are in control of things.
Okay.
This is the type of people that they hire, the type of employees we have. I mean, honestly, when you go like the Henry Ruggs stuff, like, people exposed to all of a sudden got a lot of money after you come from nothing. Like, it happens when you put money at the source of all things, you're going to have corruption. And that's NFL is going to forever be. NBA, I'm sure it is. To me, their stuff is a little bit more under wraps. At least they don't be snitching on people as much, I feel like, or something. Now, NFL ownership and NBA ownership, do you feel like there's a different level in money as far as like what the owners have? No, it's about the same, right? Yeah, about the same.
No, them fools are all rich,
they're all just
white
rich
billionaires.
People. Right, yeah.
For sure.
That's what you're going to have when you have these people that then they're going to come together and there's behind the scenes stuff.
Together.
Yeah. Beatles reference. So I think you're going to have corruption. I mean, politics is corrupt because a lot of it has to do with money and power, right?
Right, but we're not spending our Sundays at the sports bar like
rapping about politics.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
because on the surface, there's something that's just a universal thing that people will just want to watch when it's just people being competitive. You grow up with that, and like that's just the end game. Like, there's not corruption in middle school playing football and this. It's just the steps that these kids have to get to, right, to go make some money doing it. But the people that run that league are going to be corrupt. That's never going to change.
My ninja. If you had a son, could he play football?
That's a good question. I would never stop my son or daughter, it's 2022, from doing any sport. I was being genuine. We got our girls out there like Maddie. She was a mad linebacker.
No doubt.
You have our girls out there. Our girls are like, I would never stop my son or daughter, my child, from playing something that they think that they're going to have a passion for. Now, will I help them lean towards an MBA, and more so for the injury part of it, the CTE, the concussion stuff? That's the stuff that makes me fearful for kids getting into it.
No doubt.
So the injuries are just so much more intense to me. Like, yeah, you'll get a torn ACL and a broken finger sometimes and a thing. Like,
they're long-lasting in the NFL.
Long-lasting in the NFL. They're not only career-ending, but life-ending can be. I mean, we're talking about spinal injuries all the time, that type of thing. So I would let them play. I'll let them play anything when they're young. I will teach whoever basketball as much as I can because, first of all, that's a sport I know more about. I'll even let them play some soccer because soccer's good. You can go make some money if you go find the right place. So I wouldn't stop them, but I'll make them consider some other stuff.
No doubt. I love that. Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily encourage. I had daughters, but I wouldn't necessarily encourage it myself, for real. Yeah. From the wing, NFL trade deadline, bro. Some shit went down today, and we need to definitely holla about it. This wasn't today, but Christian McCaffrey set the tone. Panthers running back went to the 49ers last week, and he's going to absolutely...
That makes me very happy for him.
No doubt.
First of all, he's been injured the last couple seasons where he's had some injuries. Go lay down. Dog. He's had some injuries. And then you have the Panthers, which they have a pretty bad culture as well. I'm happy he gets to go to a team that actually has some really good culture and can utilize him the way that he was utilized when Cam was actually there.
Yep.
In North Carolina.
They're going to get busy.
Yeah, they're going to be really, really good. I mean, in his first game, he had the 3 different types of touchdowns that you can have. He had a passing, a running, and a receiving touchdown.
It was actually his second game officially, but basically his first game. And that's actually a very, very good point.
Right.
He's balling. Chase Claypool today, receiver, Pittsburgh, went to Minnesota, traded for a second-round pick.
Is that where we went? I thought we wrote.
I lied. He went to Chicago.
Yeah,
Traded for.
you
Thank
looked
you.
at my thing because I typed it wrong.
Right. Went to Chicago. Traded for a 2nd-round pick. Just getting Justin Fields some more weapons.
Had to. He's had no weapons. He still doesn't have much of an offensive line. But you got to go get. If you're going to actually see what Justin Fields can do, you got to go get him some weapons so he's not used as a scapegoat and his career doesn't end before it even started.
Thank you. Roquan Smith, Chicago linebacker, actually is going to Baltimore to tighten up that defense even more, which, holy guacamole, that's crazy. Speaking of linebackers, Brandon Chubb, linebacker of the Broncos, went to Miami for a first-round pick from San Fran in 2024, 4th round. That is huge. Mm-hmm. He is young, bro, and he can ball out. Calvin Ridley, Falcons wide receiver, went to the Jags. Is that a big deal, small deal, any deal? Is that like, where are we at on that? What do you think of Cal Ridley these days?
I have no idea. Okay. I haven't watched the Falcons at all.
That's totally fine. TJ Hawkinson, Lions tight end. I don't know much about the Lions, but obviously people were talking about how much of a big deal this was.
This is huge. So
and
TJ,
why in conference? Like he went across the street.
Don't do that. That's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Lions. Look at you being the Lions. TJ's been their biggest asset. He's their Ertz, their
Schnarf. Okay.
Yeah,
say less. Say less.
So he's been a hell of a good tight end for the last few seasons.
Game.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Duly noted.
And their offense, Detroit's offense, has been so great this season. They've been really, really good. So I'm surprised that's who you choose to trade. But again, that's also your biggest asset. And if you're trying to get better on the defensive side of the ball to get some more picks, you got to go get some picks. So if you're going to do anything, you got to go get up something big.
And there were other stuff that went down, but the one that hurt the most today, Colts running back, Mr. Nyhiem Hines, went to the Buffalo Bills. And he's about to go get a Super Bowl. So, I mean, big ups to him. Very, very happy for him. But
I'm so
sad
happy.
to see him not utilized this year and sad to see him go.
Well, what's sad about that is that he has been publicly shown as one of the biggest veteran voices in the locker room for us. So the people that actually do have some sort of the culture you're getting rid of.
He's not bitter.
Makes sense. The other part about that is you...
Look at you Colts being Colts.
Look at you Colts being Colts. The other part about that is you in the trade, you traded the running back, and then you traded him for a running back and a compensatory 6th-round pick. So you swapped running backs. So another running back that we probably won't use. You were able to go get another one. So that's good.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, Go get a running back instead of like a good receiving running back that you have and maybe just play him more. You go get another running back that'll sit on the bench.
Oh, that drives me crazy. Colts being Colts. And from the corner, you done with that? You done with
I got nothing else with that.
I didn't think neither one of us did. From the corner, I'm not ready to actually talk about the Indianapolis Colts just yet. We'll talk about that after we take a quick break because I'm going to need it. But what I do want to discuss is professionalism and humility for a second. And Mr. Matt Ryan, Matty Ice, was moved to the 3rd string this past week, threw a couple INTs and a pick 6 in his last game versus Tennessee. In comes Ellinger. You guys know how we feel about it. First and foremost, big ups to those who peeped, shared, and engaged with Just My Opinion and What's Popping with Pops, new segments that we're putting out on Twitter and on social medias. Bro came to me and was like, we need a new way to be able to talk to people when we don't have to wait for an episode every 2 weeks. How do we engage on some quick topics? We came up with the names, got some branding done, and here we are. So big ups to you guys. Homie Wicked B from Greenfield actually gave us a big shout out. Said that's probably his favorite segment of anything that we do. So thank you for that love. But for those who didn't see it, we think it was a bullshit gesture the way it went down. Is it right? Is it wrong? Whatever you think. But if you're going to do it the right way. But Matt Ryan has handled it and done it the right way pretty much the whole time he's been here. So what I personally want to do is take a second to commend Matt Ryan. I want to thank Mr. Matt Ryan and his family, and I want to apologize to Matt Ryan and to his family. To me, through my perspective, just my opinion, homie was lied to. I don't want to say he was set up, but he was kind of set up. and low-key hoodwinked, and he's taking the blame and the scapegoat for a lot of shit that wasn't his fault. He was promised the offensive line. He was promised a dope-ass running game. He was promised a top 5, top 10 defense. He was promised come here, throw 25, 30 passes a game, go 25 for 30, 230 yards and a touchdown. We'll take care of the rest. And he's got none of that, and now he's sitting third string. You might as well, he's not. We don't got an offensive coordinator, so give him some headphones and a clipboard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
call some plays.
I'm just saying, call some plays. But I think we owe him an apology. I think he didn't get to see Colts fans as actual Colts fans, and I'm really sad for him for that because we're dope.
Yeah, it's
and I mean it.
I said that, and I mean I kind of said exactly this in my segment.
What's it called again?
What's popping with Pops? And yeah, so I mean I had said kind of the same thing, and it's like, you know, this. We're using him as a scapegoat, and I'm sorry, Colts fans. Like, you're going to get what you wish for here, and you're going to think that, oh, that guy's terrible, put Ellinger in, and, like, he's not ready for the big moment. Like, I will say, he made some really nice throws. He made a couple really great dime passes.
He dropped some dimes.
He dropped some dimes here. But I think you're going to see him not be able to do it in the big moments, and I think that's expected. I don't think you should expect anything more from him. If he does do something, great. We'll be pleasantly surprised. But we still haven't found our. It's not like he's going to be our like franchise quarterback.
They got the Cowboys. They got the Eagles.
Yeah,
they got
a lot of big defenses coming. Like
they got a lot going on, bro. Please don't think that first test versus the Commanders is going to show you how fire, how not fire. So, this ain't about Sam. This ain't about Sam.
So like Matt, appreciate you. I don't know what that means going to be for the rest of the career. You know, I would get, if you were like, you know, screw it, I'm just going to go home. I completely understand that after this season, because we're probably going to cut you to save some money so we don't have you on the books for next season. Because why would we have, hopefully we won't have a $18 million quarterback sitting in third string. So
thank you, Matt Ryan, for all that you did. We appreciate you. That's around the world. We're going to take a quick break, man. Yep. I need it after all of that. We got to digest. We'll be right back with the 317 Sports Project with Penn and POPS, baby.
Brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a heart.
Yo, welcome back to the 317 Sports Project, brought to you by Clean Kicks, Columbus, Ohio's #1 premium sneaker treatment shoe cleaning service. We clean kicks, we paint kicks, we do ISO restoration and a bunch of other services. Premium sneaker treatment for premium sneakerheads. Do yourselves, ourselves, and everybody a favor. Give us a follow over at cleankicks.614 on Instagram. I'm so happy that I wrote that down. Mm-hmm. That makes me feel so much better that I don't have to like freestyle that every damn time. Right. That's beautiful. That's the template. That's it. Bitch, say something. Naptown news. Let's knock it out, baby. The Indianapolis Colts are 3-4-1. That's what's up, yo. That's, you know, when I looked at the season and I thought about like halfway through our first 8 games, that's exactly what I had us at. 3-4-1. It's been a weird-ass couple of weeks, y'all. Again, for those of you who saw Just My Opinion or that's my segment, What's Poppin' with Pops on Twitter/IG, you know exactly how we feel about the Colts as a whole. Fix the culture or continue to lose. You can lose. You're going to lose good players, lose good coaches, and lose lots of games. Some we should. Some games we should, and some. I was like, what the hell did I type there? Some we should. Like, nigga, you are tired. Some games we should.
I was letting you figure it out because I didn't know.
I was like, got the cruds.
Yeah.
Some games we should be losing, and a lot we definitely should not be losing. So this past week, Ellinger got the nod versus the Commanders. We lost our offensive coordinator, Marcus Brady. We lost the football game, so clearly we scored 16 points. So to me, not a lot's changed.
Did you know that the three things that were wrong with the Colts and their reason they're 3-4-1 was Matt Ryan, the OC, and Nyhiem Hines?
I don't know if you know, but Pops is tired, grumpy, and sarcastic. So because the problem was not our offensive coordinator, Matt Ryan, and definitely not Nyhiem Hines. But for some reason...
But we got a 6th-round compensatory pick.
And for some reason, our offensive line coach still has a fucking job today.
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
Yep. We got rid of the problem, though. Tumor's been cut out.
You guys, I don't, beating a dead horse or whatever the hell this saying is not. Is that what it is?
I think so.
Beating it, I don't know. I don't really talk about horses a lot, but
Nor beating them dead.
beating them dead, definitely not beating them dead. Sounds racist. But beating a dead horse is not what we're here to do on this topic. And there's nothing more that we wish we could do. Look at what rubbing his head. There's genuinely nothing more that we wish we could do than deliver some dope-ass news. We went to the game the other day. Oh, my God, they got that W, blah, 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 blah. No. We lost on a last-second freaking touchdown pass by Heineke. Taylor Heineke?
The fact that man sounds like one of the worst beers I've ever had in Heineken bothers the hell out of me. Heineken.
He was dropping back in the pocket, looking mad comfortable on that last drive.
Yeah.
I was more comfortable with our defense being on the field on that last drive than our offense being on the field in that last drive. I thought we're up 16-10, 2 minutes plus. There is no way in the world Heineke is about to go on a game-winning drive against our defense at home.
Yep.
And they did it.
They did it.
They flat out did it. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about the Indianapolis Colts this season this year, nothing else does.
You know what it feels like?
Please tell me, bro. A kick in the dick with a spiked shoe.
That's all I got for you. Good job.
Indiana Pacers.
Hey! Man. Turn my hat around.
Indiana Pacers.
Even though it gives me a headache.
Indiana Pacers. What's very, very interesting to me as I look this over, the Indianapolis Colts are 3-4-1. The Indiana Pacers are 3-5, and I'm still more excited to talk about this next topic.
Yep.
So let's get into it. Yo, if you're a Pacers fan and you're not paying attention to and excited about what you're seeing from this team right now, you're not a Pacers fan. These young men are a mother-cuffing blast to watch. And I'm going to talk about it because I know if I don't start, then Pops is going to go on and on. So I'm going to talk about it. Before losing to Brooklyn today, they had back-to-back wins. Washington on the road, went into Brooklyn, gave Brooklyn the business, and then actually came back yesterday, down 24, came all the way back to a point that, like, they really could have won that game had it been later in the season and they had some team unity.
I want to remind you that was the first back-to-back win they had since March of last season.
They're growing. They're learning way faster than we thought. They defend. They hustle. They're zoned in during timeouts. That's one of the things that I love to see them is on every single timeout, whether the players are standing up and they're not in the game right now, and the players on the bench, whatever coach is talking, they are zoned the freak in and locked in, and I love to see that. They're zoned in. They genuinely cheer for one another. They're off the bench screaming, yelling. Players to watch. These stats that I put in were before the Brooklyn game yesterday, but like not much has changed, so just ride it out. Halliburton, 23 points, 10 assists. Mathurin, a rookie, by the way, 21 points, 4.5 rebounds, 32 points versus Brooklyn the other night.
Yep.
I got him as rookie of the year so far, but Zachariah Pops over here is talking about Panchero. What's his name? Blanchero? Red Chero?
Huevos Ranchero?
Right.
Is that what we're calling him? Huevos
Ranchero from in Orlando is also balling. Buddy Hield, 17 points, 5 rebounds, almost 4 assists. He's a leader, showing these young boys the right way, staying late for extra reps, working out his body in the gym. He's quick. He's balling. Jalen Smith, 13 points, 9 rebounds. Ijack, 8 points, 5 rebounds. With that said, much more of a presence than those statistics are telling you guys. Aaron Neesmith, Pops boy, he's a big fan. 8.7 rebounds, 3.5 rebounds. 8.7 points, 3.5 rebounds. Again, much more of a presence than those numbers tell you. Chris Duarte started slow but coming into shape. And I put those
points
in before yesterday's game. We would have got blown the hell out yesterday if it wasn't for Chris Duarte.
Correct.
He kept like we'd have got blown the hell out. Miles Turner, healthy, looks to be engaged. Had 27 points, 10 rounds, and 10 points in his rebounds in his season debut the other night, and fouled out yesterday, right? I think he fouled out last night and was very, very mad about it.
Yeah.
He was on the sideline. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't one of those foul outs like, let me just sit down, like, I don't really give a shit. He was really mad that he let the team down.
Yeah.
He was really pissed off at himself yesterday. Phenomenal coaching. We got to give it up to the team so far. They're young. And I know they're 3-5, but I promise you, nobody is looking at the Indiana Pacers on their schedule and going, "This is about to be a blowout." Motherfuckers is nervous. Miami is nervous about Friday night, y'all.
Yeah, this was, to me, I knew that this last game was going to be harder for 2 reasons.
Yeah.
As soon as the announcement of Ben Simmons was going to be out, I knew that it would be tougher because they were going to play faster. You didn't have an extra body that actually didn't do anything, just clogging the lane. And that's what he's doing right now.
Taking up space.
And
salary.
So, yeah, a lot of salary.
Let's just call it what it is.
That Brooklyn's going to be pissed that you just beat them and you're the Pacers. You're going to be pissed that you're going to do that. So I knew KD was going to come in and implement and take over the game right away, and he did that. He had a hell of a good first half. Remember, he only had 4 shooting attempts in the first half of the previous game. So that tells you everything you need to know.
Yep.
So I knew KD was going to come in and like, okay, let me go ahead and start this game. They had a 22-point deficit at one point.
24
point
deficit.
So I knew that the game was going to be hard, and it was the last game of the road trip.
They were tired.
You're fucking tired, man. So
I want my bed.
Halliburton didn't play as crisp. The shooting was bad. Hield started out slow. All of it was bad. Duarte was the one, because he had been slow before. He was going to be the one that's got to have to catch fire. Everyone's legs were not as under them, and you could tell it was a lot more sluggish during that game because of that fact. And these guys are young guys, not used to that quite yet. So
they hit 23 3-pointers and set a record the other night.
You're not gonna have a lot of legs.
And then came out on Monday and went 3 for 20 in their first 23.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? For sure.
They were real tired.
Homies were tired.
So now they get a 3-day break.
We're watching. We love what you guys are putting on the court. Keep hustling. Keep working hard. Like we are all the way invested just because you guys are all the way invested.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Before we go on to next, I'm going to mention the podcast, the Woj podcast that Miles Turner was on. I don't know if you heard all that.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
Take it like it is.
Take that as it is.
Exactly what he said.
Like again, he answered that very business-like. He said, if I was the Lakers and they're in the position they're in, I would probably look at me too because they need something to help them.
For sure.
That didn't say, come get me. That was literally if I'm the Lakers being the big name franchise,
you'd be stupid not to want Miles Turner.
Right? So don't be mad that he just answered the way that a human would answer.
Or be mad. But you're dumb.
So that's all I got to say about that.
Word. Butler Bulldogs. Just real quick, Thad Matta's back. Greg Oden is back in Indy. And I just want to just touch on the fact that they tip off versus New Orleans November 7th.
Yeah. OSU started tonight.
No, they did not.
They had an exhibition game tonight. I forget who they're playing. Literally, it started at 7 when I got in the car to come down here.
Damn, my bad, CH. Love you, bro. I'm sure we'll talk about that when I see you at the gym next week. What that does do is explain to me why I haven't seen you at the gym last week or the last 2 days, though. That explains all of that, Chris Holtman. Love you, bro. But yeah, they tip off versus New Orleans November 7th, and we're paying attention to the Butler Bulldogs. We'll obviously continue talking about them as the season progresses.
Yep.
Word up. Moving on to our next segment. I got a little surprise for y'all. You know I be trying to just think of stuff to just keep it popping within the Naptown news and the around the world. How do we spice it up, whatever the case may be. So tonight, we're going to play a game called Good, Bad, or Ugly.
Love it.
You ready? So, we've yet to discuss a lot of things on this show so far. Pop, someone told me we need to have someone get on the show about betting and all of that stuff, and I think that's actually a great idea because betting is coming to Ohio January 1st, I believe.
I'm going to be making some sports bets.
So you definitely going to make some sports bets, so I think it'd be
Did
great.
I tell you I went to the casino for the first time ever in my life?
You went to Hollywood?
I went to Hollywood Casino
No,
for the
you
first
did
time.
not.
Won $35 and walked right back out.
I'm so proud of you. That's how you do it.
Penny slots.
I'm not mad.
was like,
That's how you do it.
I can let me put in 10 real quick, and I won $35 and said, we done.
I'm out. That's what's up. But one thing we have not talked about on this show so far is fan bases. We have not talked about what we think of fan bases. And as Mad seasons have kicked off and are in the middle of or are starting to wrap up, I want to talk about some fan bases. I'm going to say a team's name, and I want you to tell me whether you think their fan base is good, bad, or ugly. We've got some NFL teams, we got some NBA teams, and we've got some college football teams. Good, bad, or ugly. You ready? The Buffalo Bills. Is their fan base good, bad, or ugly?
Good. Have you ever seen if you're ready to jump through tables for a team, I feel like you got fans that will devote. I mean, how long has it been since the Bills have been this relevant? Right?
1990s, early 90s.
So it's like this fan base has been like this for all that time.
They've been gnarly for 30 years.
Yeah.
Yo, I fuck with the Mafia.
Yeah, Bills Mafia.
I fuck
First
with
of all, give me some Buffalo wings.
No doubt.
Not mad at that at all.
No doubt.
And you're going to be just those guys like tailgate.
I don't know if Buffalo wings are actually from Buffalo, but that's fine. Isn't that crazy?
Where are they from?
That just break your heart right there.
Yeah.
I don't think I heard it in your voice. I don't think Buffalo wings are actually from Buffalo.
That really just broke my heart. Okay, hold on. This says, first of all, what is a buffalo wing? Sadly, there are no mythical winged bovinus involved. Bovinus, okay, that's cool. Buffalo wings, okay. That has nothing to do.
Pops, they're not from Buffalo. It's just a term, my guy.
No, Buffalo.
They are?
Yeah.
They originated in Buffalo.
Yeah. Region or state. Buffalo, New York. Buffalo
Okay.
wings.
All right, well.
Take that away from me.
Okay. Okay. So you fuck with Buffalo wings. So is that why you fuck with Buffalo Bills Mafia?
Yes, I do.
Are you done with them? That's your reason right there?
They're cool. Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I think they're good and ugly. I think there's a lot of ugly people. I think there's a lot of ugly fans, but they're good fans. They just happen to also be really unattractive. Dallas Cowboys, what you think? Good, bad, or ugly?
I can't stand the damn Cowboys fans. I've got one client that's a Dallas Cowboys fan, and he's actually like the only mad cool one I've ever met, and but a realistic fan. Like he knows football, played football, so he can be like, "I'll go." He'll go, "My team sucks," or he'll go, "They played pretty good today." It's he reminds me of me as a Colts fan, just very realistic.
That's it.
Not the America's team. America's team. That type of guy.
I can't even say the way you said it. I was trying to say America the way you say America, but I just can't do it. I just can't get that. I don't want to say it, but you got to commit to that America thing right there. But yeah, I hate the Cowboys fringe. I hate the Cowboys fan base. I hate everything about it. Indianapolis Colts fan base. How are we, bro?
Yeah.
Good, bad, or ugly?
I think family, right? They're a family.
It gets ugly at times.
It gives you a mixture of dysfunctional and supportive. That's what I wrote down in the notes. That, you can call that good, you can call that bad, but it's a family.
It's definitely ugly.
Y'all have cousins y'all don't like to see at family reunions.
100%.
That's what family is.
100%.
Yeah, that's what it means. So yeah, it's good.
Bad.
That's good. It could be bad. I'm already thinking of relatives I haven't seen in a while. They're cool. They're good over there. They're fine.
Why your voice so high?
Yeah, just saying.
Tennessee Titans. Good, bad, or ugly?
They're also kind of some fans I don't really mess with too much. And probably because I hate the Titans so damn much. I don't know that I know a lot of Tennessee fans besides Andrick. Yeah, and he annoys me sometimes too. Bro.
Family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No doubt. That's good.
You cool. You all right.
You know what I'm saying? You
like,
family.
Yeah, but no, yeah, they're fine. But no, I just don't like Tennessee. So it's hard for me to even like their fans.
Moving on to the NBA.
It's too close.
You're right. Moving on to the NBA.
Okay.
New York Knicks. Good, bad, or ugly?
They kind of annoy me, but they're true fans, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They remind me of 76ers fans. Just a little more amplified.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any like disdain for New York Knicks fans. I just can't stand their owner. You know what I mean? He's
right.
Dolan
like,
sucks so bad to me.
To me, what's nice about the Knicks, they're one of those teams that it doesn't make sense that they're not good. They're not to the Lakers level, the Celtics level, that type of thing, but they're one of those East teams that you're used to what the culture was in New York to go, how are these guys still not competitive?
No doubt.
And they're better than they have been in a little while, but it's still not playoff better.
They're still lost to Atlanta.
Right.
You know
Yeah. Like the culture.
It's cultures. Culture vultures.
Yeah.
Miami Heat. Good, bad, or ugly? Fan base. Let me tell you what it is for me about them. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you something real
What
quick.
bothers me about the Miami Heat fan base and what made me think about this is it'd be 7 o'clock, 7:30 tip off and empty as shit in the stadium still.
Yeah.
That drives me insane. They just feel like uppity ass fans that are too busy and too proper and too fake boobs and fake blah blah blah. It's like I had to get Botox so I didn't make it to the game on time. Is what it feels like to me, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah,
I could be totally wrong, but that's what it feels like.
I agree. They're out on Miami Strip,
right? Like being on time to the game. You're not cool if you're on time to the game. Yeah. I hate that.
Yep, I agree.
Indiana Pacers fans. What do you think of our fans? Good, bad, or ugly?
Indiana fans are
because the Colts fans and the Pacers fans are different.
They are.
You know what I'm saying?
Indiana Pacers fans are what is the word? Jaded.
Ooh.
So
give me more on that.
Indiana fans got used to two different eras that had some cool winning culture, and you had Larry Bird team going into the Rick Carlisle team. Then you had Vogel team. Like you had these eras of some small fun success where you're like, oh, Indiana's right there, Indiana's close. Then something happens, and it stopped it from happening. 90s, it was the Lakers and Kobe Bryant. Then it was the Detroit Brawl. Then it's really LeBron being on the Heat. Like, there's something that stops us from Michael Jordan. So, and then you have
Michael, Kobe, and LeBron all prevented the Indiana Pacers from winning a world championship in some capacity. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. So it's...
Fuck.
Yeah. Like the three arguably best players.
That's a fact.
I mean, responsible
Reggie would have won one.
Yeah.
He would have beat India. He would have beat Chicago, and they would have won one. Had Kobe they took them to
we were in the Lakers in the finals.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like we went to the finals against the Lakers.
Yeah,
we're not beating them, right? So Michael Jordan prevented Reggie then he prevented Jalen Rose, Kobe prevented them, and then LeBron prevented PG in them.
2 years in a row.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys, dog.
Yeah, because especially with the PG era, PG 24. That was like...
He was so nice.
That team was... if we would have gone to the finals, we were going to win the championship that year. Period.
But the same thing with the Boston Brawl with the Brawl.
If that
was
would have happened
with the Brawl in Detroit, that was probably our best team. That was probably our best Pacers team ever. For no
best team. You had Reggie Miller coming off the bench. Like that was his last season, and
he won that ring.
Okay. So yeah,
We're jaded.
A lot of stuff has happened to where the people are scared to put their hearts back on.
Good, bad, ugly, or jaded is what this segment should be. That's very true.
Yeah.
Lakers fans, Los Angeles Lakers fans.
Yeah, denial is a thing.
Couldn't even finish the question, King.
Yeah, denial is a thing.
Good, bad, or ugly? I think Lakers fans have an ugly relationship with their team.
Yeah, really it's an ugly relationship.
It's like
it starts out with so much hope every year.
Expectation, not even hope. It's expectation, demand, even.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of denial, and I have a best friend that is a Lakers fan, and I hear every start of the season on what the changes are.
He was on here last episode. This fool said they were going to win 40 games. I told him they were shitty as shit. I'm not holding back. I told you. I am not holding back,
They're
bro.
Not good.
They are horrible. Not even horrible. They are horrible. They get extra sounds.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
They're a bad basketball team.
Yep.
But yeah, denial, and I completely agree. College football, Penn State University. What their fans like?
I think being in the Big Ten and like having to go it's kind of annoying. I have a Penn State fan or a client as well, and annoying.
I almost put Ohio State and Michigan in here, but we know how their fans are, so I'm curious to know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm curious to know what you think of like Penn State fans. I genuinely am indifferent to Penn State fans.
That's kind of how I feel.
Like if I walk past a Penn State fan, I don't want to talk to you.
I'd almost be surprised that you're there, because it's like I see you like in the stands doing whiteouts, and then I don't see you ever anymore.
Not at an amusement park.
Look, hey,
not at an airport.
Being in Columbus, I see IU fans. I see Northwestern fans. I see Illinois. I see
Wisconsin
Michigan
fans.
I see so many different fans of the Big Ten teams here.
And my last name is Penn, so I would see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm just being real.
Notre Dame fans. I see so many different college football fans within Columbus where we're at, and even in Indiana when we go visit. I don't know the last time I was like, that guy has that Nittany Lions shirt on. Oh. It's like you don't exist.
I think you're bad fans. That tells me you might be bad fans.
You don't travel well.
Or you're ugly fans that don't come out much.
Yeah.
It could be that too.
Afraid of fluorescent lights or real
Florida
lighting.
State Vampires. Florida State University. What their fans hitting for?
I'm indifferent. I don't know nothing.
I bet. I mean, I don't think they're ugly. I definitely think the Florida State fans are ugly fans.
No.
I don't know if they're good or bad. But I don't know if they're ugly. What do you guys think about Florida State fans? Because, I think they probably are somewhat jaded as well.
Yeah.
Because they've been spoiled, and they just have this, like, you know what I mean? Like, constantly. UCLA. You think they really care about football over there?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like, this is why I'm asking these questions. No. Like, that's a basketball.
Exactly.
That is a basketball program. Yeah. That is all that school. That is a basketball university.
Matter.
So, like,
yeah, they're going to be in the Big Ten too, right?
They're coming with USC, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna fall off. Like, anybody, like, they're not getting recruits. They're not getting no way. That's Ohio State, Michigan City, baby.
Yeah.
Alabama, last one.
Can't stand it.
Alabama Crimson Tide.
Nope.
Do you think they have good fans, though?
I do see them travel. So I've got a few friends that are Alabama fans, and I don't know if that means you're bandwagon friends. That's the word I was looking for. It's not like.
When's the last time they were bad? It's very easy to cheer for Alabama.
Very easy to cheer for Alabama. So when I see an
It is
Alabama
very,
fan,
very easy to be.
We're in Columbus.
Like, what?
Make it make sense that you're here.
Ooh.
So to me, statistically, they win. I like Nick Saban because he's a coach. Like, no, No.
Okay.
No, and I think it's because I'm not a huge Nick Saban fan.
I have a lot of disdain for that guy.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that documentary or whatever to come out about what's really going on behind the club.
Yeah.
It's very Wizard of Oz like over there with that guy. I don't trust him. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. Talk about some fandoms, because there's a lot of real life fan addicts out there.
Oh, for sure.
We see that on Twitter a lot. The fan addicts are absolutely crazy. You ready to move on to the fine print?
Let's do this.
Let's knock this out.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yep.
Your boys, the Michigan Wolverines,
Big win.
played the
Big win.
Michigan State Spartans.
Talk about fans. I don't like Michigan State.
We're talking about fan addicts. The Michigan
State fans.
Michigan State fans are they're a
That
disaster.
is the one thing that OSU and Michigan fans will come together and agree on.
Michigan State fans are the worst.
Like, yes.
You're horrible people. You really are. Talk about expecting too much. Like, you know what it is about Michigan State fans? Michigan State fans have the audacity to think that their team is on an equal level as Michigan and Ohio State.
Correct.
And haven't been ever. I can't even remember like the last time that was really a thing. But anyway, Michigan State lost to Michigan again.
Yep.
They actually beat them last year, quite truthfully.
They did.
They beat them last year. But Michigan State lost to Michigan.
That was our one loss. Well, before the playoffs.
And what happened after that game, bro?
So here's how the big house is built. There's one tunnel.
Just one tunnel.
One tunnel. Stuff's is gonna happen if you got one tunnel. Now again, it's not like it's happened in a long time, but basically
What do you mean? Michigan's been in 3 fights this year.
in a long time prior to that. No, it's funny. So this fight broke out, right?
They stay fighting.
They apparently, who was it? Oh, actually the client that's a Cowboys fan.
Snarf?
He went to the Michigan State fan because he just likes football. He's
He went
not
to
a
the
fan either.
game?
He went to
Okay,
the game.
he pulled up.
And he was above the tunnel. So,
Shut up, cuz.
So he said he was standing and he mentioned right before it happened.
They about to fight.
He had no idea that Michigan, it was the first time at the big house, had one tunnel. And he said, wouldn't a bunch of fights break out this way?
100%.
And the old guy, season ticket holder who's been there since 81, whatever, was like, oh, there hasn't been a fight in the tunnel since blah, blah, blah. And then it actually happened.
Yo. They was in there going at it, yo.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't a fight. That was kind of like a jumping. Like,
So,
yo.
one of the Michigan players
that
got
was too much.
ahead of when they were going to be allowed to come in right behind them, basically. Now, let me just say this.
Please say it,
We
bro.
see videos of fight breaking out and basically him getting jumped.
Did he not get jumped?
Yeah.
Okay. I was okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure there was trash talking before that. The Michigan fan wasn't just like going like this. I'm not condoning the jumping, but like I don't want people to be like out of nowhere they just jumped again. Like he probably said
He was
something.
popping off.
Yeah,
He
like
said something about somebody's mama.
Yeah,
He said something about somebody's mama for sure.
But here's a lesson for you. You probably shouldn't say that.
You need a whole squad. You need to be 10
have your-
deep.
I feel like you said it, and then you're like, right, guys, and turned around and realized everybody was still stopped behind the refs, and you were like, oh, shit. And then they were like,
We about
damn
to
right.
jump this motherfucker.
You got jumped. Now, you guys got to be better. Michigan State players, you got to be understanding of that if you are going to do that. There's cameras everywhere, big fellas.
2023, baby. 2023 out here, damn near.
So one of the main videos, and I was talking to Mark about this, was actually taken by one of the recruits' visits parents that was going to Michigan to visit. The mom
Wow.
actually saw it just so she had video of the player from Michigan and getting recorded. But then there's the ABC tunnel video. All of this is. Y'all were going to be seen. So players have been suspended while the police are investigating the rest of
Jim
it.
Harbaugh was out here wanting that real deal.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, criminal
Yeah.
investigation on these fools.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is it criminal investigationable? Like, is it really to that point? Like, it's just like it's a football fight. Like, really?
Yeah, but if you take just that it was a football fight outside of it, would you be a criminal investigation? Like, I get, yes, I mean, people are going to fight because it's competitive nature and stuff like that, but wouldn't you
Do you know how often they have fights like on the field at like on the
He got jumped in a tunnel. He didn't have anybody
I
around
need
him.
to know what happened. I need more.
you
I'm not telling you I need more.
Let me pull it up.
He said he got jumped in the tunnel.
Yes.
I mean, are they really like beating this little homie up? Are they really
like,
doing him dirty? Like, are they really,
Like, you can't see him. He's down there.
He's low key getting stomped. He
doesn't even have pads on.
He's low key getting handled. He's getting handled. Okay.
And then he got kicked again.
I mean, there should probably be some charges.
Yeah.
Misdemeanor,
I'll say this: the guys that are going to be caught with anything like you just lost your college career, you're going to get at least suspended for the year.
You're going to transfer and you're going to go to like Rutgers or you're going to go to somewhere, Tulane, and you're going to be absolutely
I kind of forgot about the transfer portal.
And forgiveness, and people forget stuff so fast nowadays. Now, I don't necessarily disagree that maybe should what happened to you. Right. You should have your career over, but like Ime Udoka just got a promotion today. You know what I'm saying? So like,
he's an adult.
Exactly.
That's a grown-ass man.
Exactly. That is actually a very good point right there. Yo, man.
We did it.
That was a good one. We have a lot going on with these episodes nowadays. I'm loving this new format. I'm loving. I was going to say platform. I was. Yeah. I'm loving this new format.
This whole thing is the platform.
Around the world is the format. Penn and Pops being Penn and Pops, y'all. We're having so much fun. Episode 17 officially drops November 3rd. You guys will see it this Thursday. What else you got for them, bro?
I don't. Again, I appreciate everybody that we shouted out to. Thank you for being such fans as we get closer to our year anniversary. We can't wait to keep growing with y'all.
Crazy.
Tell somebody about it. If you like the show, please go like, please go share, please go follow us on all platforms, including YouTube, so we can actually do some other stuff that we want to do, because we kind of actually rely on you guys to actually grow this. So if you like it, please share it. That's all I got.
I'm going to bed.
I'm tired. I thought about doing some editing when I got home. I'm not.
You should
I'm gonna
not.
do it all tomorrow.
You should.
And I might wake up early and do it a little bit tomorrow before work. Probably won't, though. I'm going to do it tomorrow night. So
we love y'all so much. Thank you. We're out. 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. We will see you in a couple of weeks, y'all.
That's a wrap.
Because I was like 2 years old, first time I heard a beat drop.
Yeah.
And by 3 years old, I'm learning how to beatbox.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years old when I'm putting on the 45s.
Final.
Needle to the groove, I'm scratching up the sweet spots. Homie from the East Block, in Naptown where the fiends flock. Skip school all day, mama couldn't keep watch. Fresh fade with the Reeboks. Man, nah, nigga couldn't tell me nothing. I'm so sick in my own lane, preteen, pimping all the light-skinned red bone loving. Boombox on with the headphones bumping, dreaming to find my niche. Cause I ain't really know back then when I picked up my first notebook and a black pen, that little nigga with a rhyme like this. I wasn't thinking to the days of a dope band, new EPs on a compact disc. Nah, shit, truth be told, I ain't know I could sound like this. For me back then, it was
all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
Yeah. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. Yeah. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. Yeah. And this shit right here.